Happy May, everyone. Today we are in the 1st of May here in the Northern Hemisphere, and I'm coming on sharing the colour for this month. Now, you might be wondering, how do I come on and say a particular month is associated with a particular colour? Well, the training that I did taught me to combine numerology with the traditional chakra colour system. So 2025, if we bring that down to a single digit, is a number 9 year, which is linked to the colour gold, and 5, which is May, is 5. So we add 9 and 5 together, we get 14. We bring that down to a single digit, which is 5, which is the colour 5, which is linked to the throat chakra in the traditional system, which is traditionally linked to blue. Now, when I'm working with the chakras, and your whole body system and your auras and all of the circuitries and the systems in your amazing body, various colours can come in for different reasons. So I'm not going to talk about that today, but I am sharing that the colour that I'm going to be focusing on, you're going to hearing regularly over the month of May in 2025, is the colour blue. Now, I love different shades of blue. I've denim blue on me today. I had baby blue on me earlier on when I was going to Pilates. I have different shades of blue. I love royal blue. I have a blue chair here. I have paintings that have blue around, and I like wearing blue denims, blue bags. We can bring it in so many ways. So it's a colour that I actually wear quite a bit of, and actually all of our family tend to love the colour blue because we're fair, pale skinned, most of us, and it actually is a very flattering colour on our skin. It lifts and brightens. So my question for you today is, on a scale of 0 to 10, how stressed out, how irritable, how choppy does your internal world feel? Okay, it might be a 1, a 2, all the way up to 10. And because we're human, that can fluctuate. And I'm on a mission to keep promoting these meditations because I know the power of them. They're very simple. I recorded them some time ago, but I keep promoting them because I know that there are more women like you waiting to come into the private group when you invest in the package, and I'll post the link in the comments below, where you will receive your own blue meditation that will help you to feel calm, feel relaxed. You can listen to it in the morning, you can listen to it in the evening. If you're feeling a bit flustered at any time of the day, you can sit down and you can put your earphones in and you can listen to it and you can relax. And over time, when you use that meditation more and more, you will become so attuned to that frequency and how to actually bring it into your body that you can do it in a matter of seconds, of minutes. When you become familiar with it and it's in your knowing, you'll be able to call in that colour so quickly to help you to feel calm and relaxed. So that's what I teach you in the meditations. They're simple, there's no excuses. You can use them any time of the day, any time of the year, any time of the month. And inside using the colour, I just want to say first of all, is using the colour blue. Blue is the colour of the sky. It's the colour of the ocean. It's vast, it's expansive. It's linked to our throat chakra. It's linked to our voice, our communication. It's linked to our self-expression. It's linked to trust, truth, okay? They're just some examples. When we know how to play with the frequency of blue, when we can learn how to use it to our advantage, know when we're in the shadow aspect of blue, and I'll be sharing more about that in the group, and when we're in the light aspect of blue, can bring so much simple yet profound shifts into our lives. And I'm going to be talking much more about this in another video, but for today I wanted to pop in on May Day, get the ball rolling, get you kind of awake and aware that there is so much more possibilities out there for you. And I'm speaking primarily to women, but if there are men listening to this, applies to you. but most of my clients and my soul audience, I feel, are women. We are not here to be walking around half asleep. We're not here to be walking around feeling stressed out, anxious, or irritable. We are here to remember that we have such a profound light and love and depth and truth and authenticity within us. We've got to learn how to become more confident and to fully accept and embrace who we are on a soul level. This body that we're walking around in, this vehicle, is going to change as we get older. And there's so much I can talk about that. So what I want you to do is I want you to realize that you have a choice. You have a choice to stay stuck in irritation, stressed out, anxious, worried, fear, all of that stuff. Or you can choose to come with me on a very simple journey. Join my Waking Up Through Colour private community. You get to join that when you invest in the suite of meditations. So what is entailed in that is, first of all, you get 13 meditations. Now I have one piece of writing to add to the webpage on that, which is adding the silver one. I have yet to submit that to my website guy. Actually, I must write it down to remind myself to do that. But you get 13 meditations in that group. So you're getting the blue that we're going to be focusing on for this month. It's very powerful. It's very powerful learning how to express your truth, learning how to express your authenticity. Whether you're a stay-at-home mum, whether you're a retired woman, whether you're a woman in business, it all is valuable, potent transformational energy. And I want you to really feel into that. If you feel like, you know, there's so much more within me that I need to express, blue can help you to do that. And I'm going to be using this and I'm going to be experimenting and playing with it myself over the month. So you can join me live in the group and we journey together. So the investment is a no-brainer. It's €97. You get 13 meditations. You get access to a private Facebook group where you can ask me questions about the meditation as you use it throughout the month. There's already other valuable content in there from other previous months. I will be doing a live channeled, or maybe not live, but I'll be doing a recorded or live, maybe in the group. I don't know. It hasn't formed fully yet, where I will share a channeled message from Blue. I've done this for previous months. You can listen to those there. They're always valuable. The content never dates. And you can access information there when I do further recordings throughout the month. You have access to them, all of them there, and it feels like this sacred sanctuary because I'm deliberately calling in women who are going to value the value of what I'm giving you. Okay, so that's a brilliant offer. So you've got a choice. You can choose to take it and just press the button, and once you get your confirmation and the download links for your meditations, you can download them, you can have them, you can listen to them yourself, and then you are invited to click on the link to join my private Waking Up Through Colour group. I know that this stuff works because I live it, I breathe it. I'm an embodiment of using colour meditations every single day. I'm trying to think. Actually, I think it was it blue I used this morning? I'm not sure if it was either blue or it was pink. If it was blue, I tend to bring that in if I'm having a hot flush and I want to cool and calm my system. Can't remember honestly, but anyways, it was probably blue or pink, I think. But you can use these so simply. And yeah, so I'm extending this heartfelt invitation for you to join us this month. Now I want to see if there's anything else I just wanted to say. Yeah, so I said about the questions and answers, because what can happen I'm going to use the colour blue. For example, if we're using the colour blue, every time we listen to the meditation, we more than likely will have a different experience. We may feel cool and calm and relaxed. It may bring up maybe some memories that are calling for attention to be healed. This is good because then you are actually clearing out your whole, that vault of crap-a-do is a word that I've been using this week. It keeps coming in, out of your system. So why would you be walking around not fully awake, not fully embodied in your truth and your authenticity as a woman? And there has been so much suppression of women's voices throughout the ages. There has been so much oppression of our voices in our homes, in our workplace, with friends, because we have learned to be afraid to speak our truth, because we're afraid to rock the boat, we're afraid we might upset somebody, and the list goes on and on and on. And I'll be talking more in depth in this when I do my extended version of what blue is about. Because there's so much, I could spend hours talking about the positive impacts that blue can have on you and how you can help shift old energy through using blue. There's so much I can share with you, but obviously I'm not going to do all of that in a group for that level of investment. You have an opportunity if you want to invest with me one-to-one. I have limited spaces available for that. Private message me if you're calling, if that's calling you. So I want you to get excited about your life. We're in the 5th month of 2025. I don't know about you, but the time is blooming flying. This life that we're living in now, it's not a rehearsal. We've got to make the most of it. So whether you are in a bit of a funk at the moment, whether life is going great, you think, oh yeah, my life is going great, there's always room for improvement. There's always room for more embodiment of your divine feminine energy, of your divine masculine energy. There's always room for improvement, for communication. I'm learning this all the time because life will bring us triggers. Life will bring us people and opportunities to learn, if we choose, to learn how to communicate in a more eloquent, in a more truthful, in a more powerful. I'm not talking about overpowering, I'm talking about powerful. If you're listening to me now, I'm speaking confidently. I'm in my power because I know what I'm talking about. I've embodied the working with colour since 2000. Oh my God, I've lost track. 2009, 2010, 2011, I would say, was when I started incorporating a colour before I ever officially became an international colour therapist qualification wise. I can teach you this stuff that you can use very simply, and I'm all for simplicity. Yes, there are times when energy healing is quite complex and there are layers and there are aspects that need to be unravelled, like unravelling a ball of thread, but there are so many simple ways that you can use blue. And imagine at the end of the month of May, feeling much more calmer, feeling more relaxed, feeling more confident in yourself than you ever expected. Because that is what's possible. And if you work with me one-to-one, well, then you're going to turbocharge it, you're going to put up steroids on it. Okay? So, that's all I'm going to say for today's live stream. Now, I say that and then I go off on another tangent. But if there are any questions, I'm not seeing any comments. If you join me live, let me know. Do you like the colour blue? And actually, I'm glad that I asked that question, because if you don't like the colour blue, well, then there's some blockage, there's some resistance to the colour blue. And we may unpack that in the group. We may be able to give you guidelines on that, or you may want to work with me one-to-one. There's always a reason why we don't like a particular colour. Colour has its own frequency, its own vibration, and the power of color frequency in healing the mental, the emotional, the physical body is so powerful. I know, because I've been on quite an extensive journey, emotionally, physically, and I can put my hand on my heart and tell you that color therapy, combined with the other modalities that I use, has been instrumental in me showing up on social media as a private woman, putting myself out there and not having a clue who watches me. I'm gone beyond being bothered about that, because I'm not here to work with everybody. Not everybody will come to work with me who watches me. That's okay. But there are people out there who are my people. There are people waiting for me to show up, and I would be very selfish, and it would be very dishonouring of me if I didn't come in and share my gifts, express myself through my voice, through my throat chakra, which I can guarantee you was not as free as what it is now. I was extremely shy as a young girl. I was extremely shy at different points in my life, in certain situations. If I can move through this stuff, you can too. So I'm going to leave it with you. You feel into it, but please don't wait. Why not join me when you have the live capacity to this? Because actually I'll be going away at the end of May. So let's get the party started, and let's work with the colour blue and see what possibilities, what expansiveness is going to open up for your mind, your body and your soul. Feel free to share this with other women who will benefit, and I look forward to seeing you inside the group. Let's have some fun in the sun. Okay, take care. Bye for now.